Hey guys, so unfortunately this week I'm not going to be posting a album review or anything like that for J-pop. Instead, I kind of wanted to just give you guys a video with just some updates and information. The first thing I want to talk about is, as many of you know, we just finished with our 2016 election of our president here in the United States. And I just wanted to let my subscribers know, and just any other person who's watching this, that we're okay. And regardless of who our leader was going to be, all of us hope for the same thing, for a better and brighter future for America. Now, I am not one to talk about politics and religion or anything like that, because that's not what my channel is about. But I just want to let you guys know that I just hope that whether you won or lost, depending on which candidate that you chose, that you'll just not still be so disrespectful and rude to your friends and all the other people around you, because I'm so tired of already on Facebook seeing all these posts from people saying, please defriend me because you believe in so and you were voting for so and so. If that's the basis of your friendship, you weren't really friends at all. Because I have friends that are all sorts of different religions and they believe all sorts of different things, but that's not why I'm friends with them. Those are things that obviously we don't talk about, because we respect the fact that if you believe that and that makes you happy, more power to you. But we're friends because of other things we've been through together, and things that we enjoy doing together, and hobbies, and just other topics that we enjoy. I find it so sad and upsetting that people are just being so hateful towards each other because of that. But regardless, I'm not going to share who I voted for, because that's a personal decision, and I don't want to have hate comments, and I don't want to have love comments for, oh, I'm so glad you supported so and so, or I'm really mad that you didn't support so and so, because that's not what I'm trying to talk about. I just want to say that regardless, I am very content with the decision that's been made with our country, and regardless of our leaders, of who they are, I always pray for them, that whoever they are, that they're always going to make the proper choices for our country. And I have to say today as well, hearing a statement from Putin and Russia, how I was very pleased that he congratulated Trump, and that he even stated himself that he wants to rebuild the relationships between Russia and America, because I think that's a very big and important thing, and we really need, as America, to rebuild our relationships with all the foreign countries, because I feel like those have been strained in the last several years or so. And so it's just, to me, that's something that's very important. I think it'll be very interesting to see over the next 4 years what kind of things are going to change and happen. And it's going to be different, but I'm actually looking forward to it, to see what goes on. I know that this election has kind of shocked like everyone throughout the world, and I do understand, because you've got someone who it seemed almost impossible for him to win, and now he's won. But in my personal opinion, the American people, we have spoken and said what we feel is going to be best for us. And so I think it's going to be a learning experience for everyone. But regardless of whoever gets elected in any presidential election, we need to support whoever is chosen. And I think that that's something that's so important, because it's kind of upsetting to see how many people, even in my own life, they lost this election and they're so upset and they're lashing out and they're being so rude. And I've seen people do that here in my own town that I live in, with some of the college kids that are here. And it's just upsetting. They need to understand that regardless of who's winning or losing, some party is always going to lose and some party is always going to win. But whoever wins or loses, neither side needs to gloat, neither side needs to lash out and be disrespectful towards the other ones. We all just need to respect our rights and our ability to believe in something different than others. That's part of our rights in living in this country, is you have that power to exercise that freedom. It's also very important to me. I have family in the military, as well as my husband. He has a very long line of family that's always been in the military, fought in World War II, Vietnam, things like that. And it's been a very big ordeal for our families. I concern myself with our relationships with foreign nations, and I also worry about the veterans that have fought for our country and for our rights. It really pains me to know that there are veterans out there that are living out on the streets and homeless, and that our own country that they fought for won't provide a home for them, or some place to live, or even a place to eat. And that's really hard for me, as well as other topics such as abortion and things like that. I'm not going to go into details about any of that stuff, but there are things that I just feel aren't right. And I just want to say that I'm grateful that I live in the United States of America, to where I'm given the ability to state my voice and my opinion and know that my vote counts. And so I'm grateful for the opportunity that I had to vote. I'm just grateful all around for that ability that we can all have a voice and share our opinions. All this political stuff aside, I do just want to share with you guys some other news. So my birthday is actually this weekend, and it is on Sunday, November 13th, and that is also Koda Kumi's birthday. I'll tell you a quick story. The first time that I heard Koda Kumi and I started falling in love with her music and her style, I had absolutely no idea that her birthday was the same as mine. And I found that out later. And when I did, I was like, oh my gosh, I love you so much more now just because we share a birthday, and it's awesome. And so then when I got married and my husband found out that she has the same birthday as me, he's like, that's the only reason you like her and she's your favorite, isn't it? Which totally isn't true, but that's what he likes to think, but it's totally not. That was just like a side thing, which did help a little bit later, but regardless, I've always loved Koda Kumi. And then also, as an announcement, on her birthday on Sunday, she's doing her final tour for her singles collection. And apparently she has a big announcement to make. And I know there's a lot of speculation that it's either going to be her 60th single or an album, but I have to say, I feel there's a much higher chance of it being her 60th single. Only because at the end of her singles collection tour, I've heard that they show a video where she's walking up towards a microphone and it says 60th single, and then the screen cuts off. And so obviously I would assume that at the end of this whole massive singles tour that she would release the 60th single. And I know there's that song called Promise You that was featured in a Japanese TV commercial, but we haven't really heard the whole thing, and I think she just sang it at one of her last singles tour concert that she did like a couple weeks ago. And so I'm really interested to see if Promise You is going to be that new single, or if it's something completely different that we haven't even heard. Also, as a birthday present for myself, I have already pre-ordered Koda Kumi's Blu-ray of her singles collection tour, so I'm super excited for that, and I can't wait for it, and I paid for expedited shipping so I can get it as fast as possible. In regards to my birthday itself, I have no idea what I'm doing for it, to be honest. I know Friday I'm going out with some of my coworkers. They told me that they want to take me out to dinner on Friday after work, so that's super sweet of them. And so I'm gonna do that, but my husband has to work Saturday, so I don't really think we're doing anything like fancy or extravagant, but I'll be sure to let you guys know what we did in my next video next week. Another side note, I'm so sorry if my voice sounds like scratchy or deep. I feel like I've sounded like a man. I've been sick for like the last 3 weeks, and I had a fever for a few days, and that finally went down, and then I had like really bad congestion in my head, and I like couldn't hear very well. And so now that's finally mostly gone, but I always have a cough that lasts the longest out of any part of the sickness. And so I've had the cough for like a week now, but I know I'm at the tail end of it. I literally have like coughing fits like every so many minutes. Anyways, I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video and just to kind of hear my thoughts. I promise that I will have a review video posted for you guys next week, with it being my birthday this weekend and just the election this week. It's been crazy, so I just haven't had a lot of time to sit down and really listen to my music and get a feel for my next one that I've got coming, but it will be a surprise and you will find out.